What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy, and today I'm going to be playing this very cool Dragon Duo team made by my friend Crusadiia. Thank you very much for putting this rental code together. It looks super fun. We got some crazy sets here. Alright, we got this Life Orb Swords Dance Rayquaza with Dragon Ascent and Extreme Speed, which is just super insane, tons of damage if you can get it off. To get these Swords Dance going, we got Rillaboom with Fake Out, and we got Volcarona with Rage Powder to keep you safe. And then we got Weezing on this team, because this is basically a Weezing team. And Weezing is a great pair with Rayquaza. If Weezing's on the field, Indeedee comes in and doesn't set Psychic Terrain to block your Extreme Speed. And if it's Farigiraf is their anti-priority option, you can just bring Weezing in at any point to turn off Armor Tail and start smacking with Extreme Speeds. This Weezing has Poison Gas, and that's to pair with this insane Eternatus set. This is Power Herb Tera Rock Meteor Beam, which is insane. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's crazy. But also Venoshock. Venoshock is 65 special poison, and it's double damage if the target is poisoned. And Poison Gas poisons both opponents. So you're pretty likely to get the poisons early on and then come in and hit with powerful Venoshocks, an insanely powerful Meteor Beam, which also gives you a boost to special attack. And then at that point, Dynamax Cannon actually feels pretty weak. Volcarona here, a support set, and also Chi-Yu to make that Meteor Beam hit even harder if you can position that. Insane team. Can't wait to play it. Let's get into it. Alright, we're fighting Miraidon Ice Rider, as usual. They got Grimmsnarl, Volcarona, Iron Hands, and Clefairy. Clefairy's adorable. Alright, I need Rillaboom to handle that Miraidon. Or maybe Weezing? I think it's Rillaboom. I'm going to lead Rillaboom, and I'm going to lead it with... they don't have a way to stop priority, but Rayquaza may not be the best into an Ice Rider lead. Weezing with Taunt is interesting. At worst, it can start poisoning stuff. For Eternatus. Rayquaza finishes stuff off in the endgame. I don't hate that. Volcarona could be good here as well. Rillaboom serves a somewhat similar function. Weezing serves a similar function. Do I drop Rayquaza for Volcarona? Nah, let's go for it. If I'm going to be poisoning stuff, Volcarona is going to be a lot less useful because I can't be burning stuff as well. Cool trainer card. Very pink. I like pink. Grimmsnarl, Ice Horse. Cool. We just go for the simple fake out the Ice Horse, Poison Gas, you get a free screen. Not a big deal. Next turn we taunt. If you let me fake out your Ice Horse, I get the poisons, which is nice. If you don't, whatever. I can taunt you next turn, and I'm not revealing taunt this turn because there's a high chance you protect. But I don't need to taunt you this turn because I have fake out. But I do need to be careful next turn because I have a lot of ice weaknesses. I should have dropped Rayquaza for Volcarona. I have too many ice weaknesses. Yep, so I fake out. Cool. Set up Reflect, presumably. No? Going for an attack, huh? Poison for you. Enjoy that. Oh yeah, you don't have Prankster because of Weezing. Right. Okay. That's cool. Would they just go Trick Room here? Maybe. think it's fine to Tera. Just Tera, Woodhammer, Taunt. Keep myself a little bit safe. The grass isn't on the field, so I'm a little bit weaker, but it's also not going to heal them, which helps. So here, have a Taunt. Have a little bit of a Woodhammer. Reflect is up, you're very bulky, it's just some damage. Go for your Thunder Wave. Miss your Thunder Wave. Go for Glacial Lance. That does a little bit too much to Weezing for my comfort, if I'm being honest. Woodhammer for more chip, and I want to get the Poison Gas on it. I guess I should have known they were gonna not Trick Room, and just Poison Gas last turn would have been better. Now you get your Thunder Wave. But if you're gonna knock me out anyway, that doesn't matter much. Do some more chip for you. Love that. And you double into Weezing, which is interesting. Now I wonder what the Cali does next, because Thunder Wave could be annoying. I don't know what their speed stat is. I wonder if they can outspeed my Eternatus with the Thunder Wave. I wonder if they just high horsepower my Rillaboom. Go for the Woodhammer here, and I'm gonna go for Meteor Beam. I'm just gonna click it. If they go Thunder Wave, outspeed Eternatus, KO Eternatus, well played. You might also be tempted to put up Light Screen here. Withdrawing Ice Horse is surprising. You're gonna let me get 2 hits into this. Iron Hands can live, especially behind Light Screen. But yikes. And I get the special attack boost, which is nice. And I miss! Of course! Why wouldn't I miss? Alright, I'm gonna go into Rayquaza while going into Rayquaza is good. I'm gonna hard switch, I don't want to get faked out and have Rillaboom stuck on the field. I want to try to get off a Swords Dance. And I'll go Dynamax Cannon into the hands. They could fake out Eternatus. They could Thunder Wave Eternatus. There's some things they could do to Eternatus, but I'm not ultra threatened, so I feel like it's okay to go for an attack here. Grim Swapping is surprising. To Miraidon. Okay. Glad I got my Rillaboom off the field. Glad I didn't protect this turn. And they just fake out Eternatus. Okay. So obviously I bring Rillaboom back in. that too obvious? Bring in Rillaboom, protect. That might be too obvious. But we'll see. Yeah, I was hoping to get Rayquaza into a position to Swords Dance, but in front of Miraidon is not the position. Guess I could have protected Rayquaza, brought Rillaboom in on the other side. But I am worried about a Draco into that slot. Hands swapping. Lots of pivoting here. They're playing very carefully. And well, I think they probably win this in the long run. But I'm not going to give up. Ooh, a Tera on Miraidon. Fairy Tera Miraidon. Cool. Going for Gleam here, maybe? I'd be happy to see that. Yeah, okay. I can live with that. It barely does anything to Rillaboom. Hopefully you're sufficiently pressured with Miraidon here that you need to swap. And I can double into whatever you swap with Venoshock Woodhammer. I like that. I like that idea. And if you stay in, you get hit by Venoshock Woodhammer. I don't think you KO anything with Dazzling Gleam. Eternatus shouldn't go down to that for sure. We saw what Rillaboom took. Yeah, Miraidon swap. Iron Hands, maybe? Iron Hands can take some hits. Yeah. Venoshock. Woodhammer. Good damage. Very good damage. And you have Spirit Break. That's cool. Gets rid of my special attack boost, whatever. I think I want to get Rayquaza in. They probably expect that. But I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with Venoshock into hands. Grimmsnarl swap. Should have been Venoshock there. I didn't want to knock out the Grimmsnarl was my problem, but I think they probably just fake out here anyway. But I'm not sure what their plan would be with bringing in Ice Rider here. I've revealed Venoshock now too, so you should be afraid of that. Take out the Rillaboom slot. Interesting play. Venoshock does not take hands. The Reflect wears off, but they've got a little bit more light screen. I think Dragon Ascent should finish off Calyrex. And Dynamax Cannon in the hands. Okay, they just protect to get a swap. That's cool. If I had called that in Swords Dance, that would have been awesome. But no luck. And protecting, even in grassy terrain, overall is going to hurt you more than it helps you because of the poison. I could see the Miraidon coming in and being happy to lock Draco Meteor now. That's a big issue. Grimmsnarl? Grimmsnarl? What's Grim gonna do? think it's time to Swords Dance. And hope Venoshock can finish off Calyrex. I could also double into Calyrex with Extreme Speed Venoshock. If Extreme Speed picks up, Venoshock gets redirected. Yeah, I like that actually. It's a bit of a risk to go for Swords Dance. Could definitely just throw away the game if I don't get the KO with Venoshock. They go for double protect. That's an interesting play. Extreme Speed gets the KO with a critical hit, so now we won't know. We'll see what Grim is doing. Reflect, probably? Yeah. And Venoshock. Beautiful. Beautiful. Venoshock Eternatus. Working out. Hello, Fairy Terry Meridine. Alright, presumingly your specs. You need to lock Draco Meteor to be able to KO stuff. I'm gonna just bring in Rillaboom for Rayquaza and protect Eternatus. If you call this and take out Rilla with an electric move, you can't beat Eternatus. If you call this and Draco Rilla, well, you're at -2, so you're less of a threat. And if you don't call this, I get a fake out Venoshock, which is nice. You're deciding to lock Dazzling Gleam. Okay. That's the mid-ground play. I don't know. I don't think I agree with that play, though. I don't think that was it. I think you need to lock Draco and probably crit something. Light screen wears off. Maybe there's a chance they're like Covert Cloak and have been playing around this whole time. But I think that's very unlikely. Fake out. Venoshock is my play. Battle's canceled. Yeah, they see. That wasn't the play. Alright. Good game. And good trainer card. Alright. Ooh, what a team. They got Rhydon, Tinglu, Grimmsnarl, Quagsire. I love Quagsire. Whenever I play through Gen 2, I love having Quagsire. And Jumpluff. They have their own Eternatus and a Ho-Oh. Alright, we got Meteor Beam to take out Ho-Oh. They got some ground types. They got a couple things Rillaboom can hurt, but a couple things Rillaboom can't hurt. Weezing turning off abilities isn't the biggest deal in the world, but poisoning stuff could be good since they have such bulky things. So I think I like Weezing. Rayquaza is a maybe. I could even see Rayquaza Volcarona lead, redirect some stuff, get a Swords Dance, start sweeping. With Weezing Eternatus in the back. Rillaboom is nice against their non-restricteds, but their restricteds are going to be the ones that are the problem. So I think I like these 4. Can't poison Eternatus, but the rest are fair game. Chi-Yu doesn't seem great. Yeah, and Rillaboom, like I said, Rillaboom is great against not their restricteds. And the fact that I have U-turn as my coverage move means it can't really hit Eternatus, even like with like high horsepower. They don't have a trainer card. And Ho-Oh I can't hit at all with Rillaboom, so I think Rillaboom stays home. Grim Eternatus. Well, don't hate that. I wonder if they're a Meteor Beam set on their own. I'm gonna go for the plan. Swords Dance, Rage Powder. If you're Meteor Beam, you're Meteor Beam. If you fake out Rayquaza and Meteor Beam, you're 2 crazy sets and you best of 1 me. Rage Powder. No Teras. Except Reflect. That's not a surprise. Cosmic Power. Don't love that. Gonna be honest. We need to Swords Dance again. I'm doing it again. I need to keep up with your defense boost. Swords Dance boosts me faster than Cosmic Power boosts you. Okay, Thunder Wave Volt, fine. That means you can't poison me. Cosmic Power again, cool. Swords Dance again. I believe it is time to start hitting. I'm going to click Dragon Ascent. And I'm going to keep spamming Rage Powder. Maybe I'll get paralyzed. I don't. That's perfect. Cosmic Power again. Looks like Grimmsnarl's going for an attack, so if you hit my Volcarona, you could get burned, which is nice. Here's a Dragon Ascent at +4. You've got some defense boosts. Good damage, though. Very good damage. Foul Play into Volk. Oh, that's gonna hurt if I, Alright, Dragon Ascent again. Rage Powder again. Get the Rage Powder. Foul Play into Rayquaza would be devastating. They have recovered. I think that might be Stab Extreme Speed range, so I'm gonna go for it. Quick Foul Play into Volk. Do I get the burn? No. Yeah, it's time for Tera Normal Extreme Speed. Finish that thing off. I gotta keep clicking Rage Powder. It's gonna fail eventually and they're gonna get the Foul Play, but if it happens this turn, we trade Restricteds, and I lose Tera. They come out ahead. But if I get it, that's basically my only shot at taking down this insanely bulky thing. They protect. Okay, that gives them a chance to knock me out, maybe. If I don't get the Rage Powder off. Phew. Oh. That was stressful. Can I get the burn? Okay. Is there any chance they're Ghost Tera? I think they would have gone for it there. Extreme Speed. Gotta keep clicking Rage Powder, gotta keep working. If they give up all their defense boosts and swap out, I guess that's not the end of the world. Alright, they're letting us get... Okay. The big threat is gone. Now the question is, do we get to keep Rayquaza and KO another thing? Yes, we do. Beautiful. Beautiful. Whew. Can we get a burn, please? Volcarona is Flame Body. Oh well. Okay. Two turns of Reflect on their end. I think I want to just go for Protect Rayquaza. Try to get a Tailwind off with Bolt. Because if I can click Dragon Ascent instead of Extreme Speed, that would be nice. They protect their Ho-Oh this turn anyway, going for a cheeky Foul Play. Yeah. Alright, alright. I like that. And we're not Volcarona. Alright, you're not getting the burns, but you're also not getting full parad, so I'm happy. Let's Dragon Ascent, and in case they have Thunder Wave, well, we know they have Thunder Wave, so I need to Rage Powder away the Thunder Wave into Rayquaza. If I get full parried, and they hit the Thunder Wave, and their Ho-Oh is trained to be faster than this Rayquaza, and they target Rayquaza, alright, but all of that doesn't come through. Alright. I would guess Dragon Ascent just rips through this Ho-Oh here. Come on. Yep, tear him up. Tear him up, Rayquaza. You thought you could beat me with Cosmic Power Eternatus? You got another thing coming here. Woo! Alright. I think that was the last turn of Reflect, too. Foul play. Volcarona's still hanging on. Yeah, Reflect is gone. We can Extreme Speed before they put Reflect back up, even. And their last mon, Tinglu. Tinglu is extremely unlikely to carry Protect, and is the bigger threat that they have remaining. So I'm happy to go Extreme Speed the Tinglu. Rage Powder. Battle's just canceled. They're done. Let's go. Let's go, Rayquaza. Tear him up. Get a trainer card. Alright, we're fighting Miraidon, Ice Rider, Iron Hands, Farigiraf, Whimsicott. Boring. But they also have Hisuian? Typhlosion for some reason. So this whole team becomes absolutely sick because of that alone. Alright. What do we have that can do well? If we're going to use Rayquaza, we need Weezing to turn off the Armor Tail. And I don't hate Rayquaza. We have a lot of things weak to Ice Rider, so we gotta have... Maybe I go Volcarona Rayquaza. I can use Rage Powder to redirect some moves. I can get a Swords Dance up. Bring in Weezing to start smacking. And then finally, Chi-Yu seems nice. Eternatus seems nice. Rillaboom... not in love with. Chi-Yu or Eternatus? Chi-Yu can have the fast snarls. Eternatus can probably take some hits. A little worried about its matchup into both of the restricteds, but I'm bringing it. Because if we get one shot off, like a Power Meteor Beam can just rip through some stuff. But we're going to see what Rayquaza can do first. Ooh, cool Groudon. You got the red helmet, you're color-coded, love it. Excellent trainer card. Calyrex, Iron Hands. Okay. That's cool. And by cool, I mean yikes. I'm gonna go for Will-O-Wisp right away into Calyrex. We are Covert Cloak, so if you try to fake us out, it's possible you both get burned. Probably best to protect Rayquaza. I could go into Weezing as well, defensively here. I'm just gonna protect. Okay, we don't see a Tera from their end, so it looks like we're gonna get the Will-O-Wisp. Burn, 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 burn! Alright, we got the Will-O-Wisp. That's good. That's amazing. I'm very happy with that outcome. You can have your Trick Room. I'd be clicking Extreme Speed anyway. If I had to guess, they're gonna cover for my Tera Normalness. I think I want to go to Willow on the hands here. I'd probably just bring in Weezing defensively. Rayquaza, it's a little vulnerable right now because it's 4 times weak to Ice, and if I Tera, I'm weak to Fighting. I want to get the burn before I have to deal with stuff like that. Yeah, there's Drain Punch. Most likely Glacial Lance as well. Yep. Not so bad. Ooh, a little more to Weezing than I was hoping for. Calyrex is just that strong. But another burn is fantastic. Weezing, I guess I could just protect Weezing, try to get out of this Trick Room. I can taunt Calyrex to prevent it from coming back. We're getting Chip with burn. So I don't know, I'll just keep going, keep it slow. Struggle Bug, just to do some damage. Protect Weezing because it has it. Struggle Bug should do okay damage into Calyrex because of the weakness. Wild Charge into Volt, that does some damage. Glacial Lance doesn't do too much. Good damage into Calyrex. Okay, cool. And it looks like it is Clear Amulet on the Cali. That's not surprising. Can't safely swap anything in. But with 2 turns of Trick Room, we're in a good position. I think Volcarona can go. I'll go for a Struggle Bug. My Tera here, Ghost, that doesn't really change anything. Go for a Sludge Bomb into Calyrex. Just get more damage there. Wild Charge doesn't quite do it. Glacial Lance should do it, though. They don't go for that. They go for High Horsepower into Weezing. You think that's gonna do it? Yeah, we're gonna successfully get out of Trick Room. Presumably they knock out Volcarona this turn, right? If they don't, I'll put up a Tailwind. But they should. Wild Charge into Weezing and Glacial Lance? Yeah, okay. Okay, good job, Volcarona. You're a soldier. My question is, does Calyrex go down this turn from burn, or do they have one more turn on the field? I think they're gonna live on like 1 HP here. Which I prefer, actually. Nope, if I prefer it, it's not gonna happen. Okay, whatever. Not that big a deal. Dimensions return to normal. I think I'm going Eternatus. With Weezing on the field, they can't get their electric terrain up. It is Miraidon, perfect. What do y'all think about Tera Rock, Meteor Beam the Miraidon? That seems really funny, I'm doing it. I don't care if it's the right play. And then if Weezing gets to do anything, it'll be Sludge Bomb into Miraidon. Withdraw Iron Hands, cool. They want the fake out for later, and they revealed Farigiraf. So I can't Extreme Speed if they take out Weezing. Maybe they'll just go for a Dragon move onto my Eternatus. That would be pretty reasonable. Maybe they have Flash Cannon? Okay. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Alright, let's see what Rock Tera Meteor Beam can do. Here's your terrain back. Or for the first time, here's your terrain. And you got Electric Seed for Rigorath, that's not a surprise. And your Life Orb Miraidon, good to know. Life Orb Miraidon's a little scary. Hopefully we just knock it out, now that they're only at 90%. Maybe we get him. I have no idea how strong this is, I've never clicked something like this before. 1 HP! That's rough. Alright, the Miraidon has to pick a target. Might not be able to knock out Eternatus. I'm gonna go Dynamax Cannon. I'm gonna go Venoshock Miraidon. I want to do this. I'm gonna go Dynamax Cannon for Rigorath. Dragon Ascent Miraidon. Yeah, because you have to drop a Draco if you're gonna take out Rayquaza. Your Life Orb knocks you out. Dynamax Cannon at +1, I would guess, hits for Rigorath for enough. And then we lose 2 Iron Hands, right? Ooh, Rigorath lives. Trick Room is tricky. We'll beat Iron Hands though, because of the burn. The Trick Room is annoying. Are we even strong enough to take out Iron Hands after like a Drain Punch? Look at the attack boost there. Obviously we protect. I'm thinking Helping Hand Drain Punch could be really annoying because they'll be healing out of range, doing decent damage because of the terrain boost plus the Helping Hand boost, and it being super effective now that we're a rock type. But we needed the stab boost to bring Miraidon down into Life Orb range, so that was important. But dang, for Rigorath just living, impressive. For Rigorath proving it's one of the best cross-gen evolutions ever. Alright, they're going... Well, they just go for the Fake Out that turn. That's fine. It doesn't make a difference. They have Psychic Noise. I'm not worried about Psychic Noise. I am worried about Drain Punch. They're at half. It's possible Dynamax Cannon picks up, even after they Drain Punch. But they should, if they have Helping Hand Drain Punch, they should Helping Hand Drain Punch. They just wouldn't do that on the Fake Out turn. Yeah, Helping Hand Drain Punch for sure. Probably gets them out of range, and then they only have to do half. They do half. So I need to do most of their health bar with this. And then 2 ticks of burn. That's not enough for 2 ticks of burn. I have to get a double protect. Two turns of Trick Room. Last turn of Electric Terrain. We're at 91 health. They're getting a 30% boost to their Drain Punch. They haven't been hit by anything other than the Drain Punch. Alright, terrain gone. Cork Drive done. 235 minus 91 is 144, over 1.3 is 110. So they should KO with the Helping Hand Drain Punch here. I have to go for the double protect. Either way, this was a fun game. Good game to my opponent. whichever way this turns out. GG. Yep. And this will prove that my math was... Oh, they have low kick anyway. Yeah, that would have done more. So that's the right choice there. Good game. That was fun. That was interesting beginning, interesting end. Love it. And great trainer card. Alright, we've got Lunala Miraidon with the Ursaluna, Whimsicott, Urshifu, Incineroar. Very powerful team right there. I'm terrified. Extreme Speed is pretty useful, but not into Lunala. Weezing getting poisons is not bad. Miraidon's a threat, so we need Rillaboom. I like Rillaboom, I like Weezing. I like Rayquaza. Don't know if I like Eternatus because we're Rock Tera, so we're gonna be vulnerable to the Ursaluna one way or another. But what else do I have that's even good there? Maybe Rillaboom can come in the back. Maybe it's Weezing. Rayquaza Weezing? Rillaboom, Chi-Yu? I mean, Chi-Yu also a little weak to the bear. But having dark moves is nice. Fast Snarl could be nice. Should have just be Eternatus. We're gonna have something weak to the bear either way. Eternatus just does better in general. It might be Chi-Yu. I'm going with Chi-Yu. The only other thing on our team that we're boosting, unfortunately, is the Weezing Sludge Bomb. And that doesn't work, because Weezing would block the ability. That is so cute. Excellent trainer card. Miraidon Incineroar. Alright, we block the Intimidate. We block you from getting your terrain up. We get to double protect your Fake Out turn. I'm cool with this. I guess I could try to call where the Fake Out's going. I would guess Rayquaza. And so maybe I could have gotten a free Poison Gas here. But if they Fake Out and double into Weezing, I'd be in a lot of trouble. So I think it's fine to double protect. Just make sure they can't do a Fake Out. And most Miraidons being specs, I get to see what it wants to do. Fake Out into Rayquaza, so yeah, I could have done it. Electro Drift into Weezing. Okay. Weezing definitely should live that. I think I should Sword Stance here. Go for a Poison Gas? I don't know. It's scary. It's pretty scary. They're going for a Tera now. Onto Miraidon. Into Fairy. Are you not choice? Because if you're switching it up and going for a Gleam here, no, you're just not gonna do it. That's just a defensive Tera, which doesn't actually help. Don't have a dragon move. Yeah, Weezing is trained to live that. That does look like specs damage. So the Incineroar could do something here. I think it would be afraid to go for a Parting Shot into Rayquaza since it's off in Clear Amulet. But it might hit a knockoff, it might U-turn if it has U-turn. If it has Will-O-Wisp, definitely click that. Nope, knockoff into Weezing. And knockoff into Weezing gets the KO. Good double up. Get your Intimidate now. And your Terrain. Don't love getting intimidated. Poison Ticks are nice. could bring in Rillaboom here. In fact, I think I will. Cut your terrain off. I'm tempted to fake out Incin and get another Swords Dance. I'm doing it. I'm playing risky. If they just stay in an Electro Drift Rayquaza, I'd be in a lot of trouble. Okay, they're not doing it. Perfect. Lunala, hello. Nice to see ya. And we get a Swords Dance. Let's go. I was thinking Dragon Ascent plus Grassy Glide into Lunala. But I could also just bring in Chi-Yu for Rillaboom here. Maybe Tera Normal now. Tera Normal Extreme Speed the Incineroar. Bring in Chi-Yu. Tera Normal will make it so they can't hit me with Moongeist Beam. Cool. And Extreme Speed so I don't lower my own defenses. I don't think lowering my defenses is the play right here. And yeah, the other play I was thinking was Grassy Glide plus Dragon Ascent into Lunala, break the shield, and then hit it. But because they were going to change terrain, possibly, the order would come out wrong and I wouldn't get the KO. And so I would lower my defense for like no reason. They've already Terra'd, which is fantastic. That means I can just throw dark moves at Lunala. And +3 Extreme Speed with Stab, I'm guessing takes Miraidon, which would be awesome. And now that Rayquaza is touching the ground, yeah, it does take it. Good. If not, the poison would have helped. The poison might have helped already. Alright, well, let's see what Lunala does. Could be Trick Room? Moonblast. Okay, good defensive Tera. Chi-Yu did make that hurt a little bit more than it had to. If it's Incineroar, I think I just bring Rillaboom in. It is Incineroar. So what are you going to do? You're going to fake out Chi-Yu? I'll just protect, bring in Rilla. I would like to know the speed on your Lunala. But then again, if you're Moonblast, presumably Moongeist Beam, hopefully not Meteor Beam, then Chi-Yu should be able to beat that in the endgame, so should I just delete everything else? And what is everything else? Rayquaza is currently at +2. They have +1 defense on their Lunala. It's a little annoying. We're gonna have terrain though. We get to heal Rayquaza a little bit now too. So I think Moonblast will still do it, plus Life Orb. The U-turn. Smart play. Alright, who is your last mon? I can fake it out. Watersh. Don't mind that. Do I think there's Scarf? Do I think I should care? I'm gonna go Extreme Speed. Yeah, I'm gonna go Extreme Speed Fake out into it. They swap. Alright, I'll take Incineroar. Will that take Incineroar? I'm only at +1 now. Now that Rillaboom has an attack drop. Okay, I do take Incineroar. But yeah, Rillaboom with the attack drop is a little scary. Rayquaza lives! Rayquaza lives! That is insane. -1 on Rilla. I just Extreme Speed Grassy Glide, right? You have to Aqua Jet, but then Extreme Speed goes before that. The way they're acting, I think their Urshifu is choiced, so we should be able to get this double up into it. They can Aqua Jet before the Grassy Glide to finish off Rayquaza after they take the Extreme Speed. And then Chi-Yu into Lunala is pretty nice. They're not choiced! They're not choiced! I thought they were choiced Urshifu! Moongeist Beam. Moongeist Beam! That ain't it, dog. Now I have to go for the double up into Urshifu. They've already used Tera on their Miraidon. So this should work. This should get the KO. They should have taken out Rayquaza there. I don't know what that play was. Yeah, double detect here for sure and then do it right this time, but okay. Whew. Focus Sash? Or do you just live at +1? Yeah, it looks like they just lived at +1, okay. Pretty reasonable. Not shocked by that. And then now you take out Rayquaza. Okay. Do we have 1 turn of grass, I think? Could be 0. But unless you have Meteor Beam, I don't see... Yeah, we got another turn of grass. Cool. Grassy Glide into Dark Pulse will do it. We've only seen Moongeist Beam and Moonblast. They could have Meteor Beam, but they would need to have Meteor Beam and Protect. They would need to Protect here, get rid of Grass. That way I can't chip their... Yeah, they don't got it. Cool. Cool. Let's go. Great trainer card. And we're back. This team felt awesome. It was a blast to play. I don't know about Tera Rock Meteor Beam, but it's cool, so I'll take it. Thank you again for making this rental. Thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But anyways, I'm Jordy, and alright. Peace.